The train came to a stop by Patrick, RGM. I looked around at my fellow passengers, knowing most of them had firearms on them. I had to make this quick. Something about the sheriff's badge seems to install calm. However, I nodded to each as I rose, tipped my hat to the mother cradling her newborn. Having the priest there felt somewhat symbolic too. He didn't look at me, but I felt his silent judgment. Outside the carriage, the sun had begun to drench the landscape in a thick amber hue. It was a small railroad we were passing along. No towns for a good few miles in either direction. I walked on, looking up into the engineer's cabin at the driver who was staring straight ahead. I followed his gaze, feeling the gun's heft pressed into my side beneath my jacket. On the tracks was a man, seemingly undressed, loose overshirt browned by years of dust and travel. His pants were ripped, and one of the fool's shoes were missing. A drunk. I called out, finding security in the weight of my newly unholstered firearm. "I ain't gonna tell you this more than once." No movement, no response. I pulled the hammer back. "There are civilized people in this here train, and I consider myself to be among them. However, you, sir, have interrupted their transit, and I don't..." The stranger looked up, stopping me in my tracks. His skin was bloodshot and hung loose as his shirt about his face. His jaw, too, seemed ill-fitting and swung absently, revealing a mouth empty besides a few black teeth. His nose was entirely missing. I'd seen a corpse before in my days as an apprentice to the undertaker. I'd also made a couple. I'm asking you politely to get off the tracks." The creature gave a guttural wheeze as its eyes found me. It lurched, seeming to barely be in control of its motor functions. I raised my gun, stared at it over the barrel, met its undead gaze. Its eyes, they seemed almost human. They were brown, big, alive, and in pain. I lowered the gun. The creature, no, the man took another step forward. Where did you come from?" I could now only muster a low whisper. It paused, actively registering my words, processing its response. In an instant, the man's innards painted the tracks a hideous brown that festered in the blood red of the setting sun. It twitched, its upper torso completely dismantled, before falling still. I turned, gun raised at whatever fired the shot. My revolver was met with the shotgun, and my eyes locked with the priest. Neither of us moved. "I think he was still human." "The devil plays tricks on us all, Sheriff. Mercy is a weakness. We're not going to get through this if we exhibit it." I looked back at what was left of the body. before boarding the train once more. And now, for all the times that I fucked up, or as some people like to call it, the blooper reel. I'm asking you politely. I'm asking you politely, could you please read the line properly, because I've been stuck here for so long, and I so desperately want to get going with this. You see, every story has an ending, and like everybody else, I'm just trying to get there. Gave a guttural wee. The creature gave a guttural wee. And it was the best Christmas present that anybody got me. It was very thoughtful, and I appreciated it. The sheriff's badge seems to install calm. However, I needed to too seemed ill-fitting and swung absently, revealing an empty mouth. Damn it. My revolver was met with a shotgun, and my eyes locked with the priest. Neither of us moved. I think he was messing up lines. The devil has a way of helping you mess up lines. Like, for instance, this is the voice that I'm using for the sheriff, and I'm using it to mock the words of the priest, which I'm planning on doing completely different than this. And I'm going out on tangents again. Don't know why I'm doing it, it's just a thing that I do on occasion. I think it was human. I looked back. What was left of the body before